All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into SAP Retail. Um, it's kind of like, if you think about it, the brains behind how a retail company works. It connects everything from managing the money to making sure the products get where they need to be.
Yeah, exactly. You think about all the big names out there in retail, a lot of them are using SAP. I mean, it's that important. It's like a huge deal.
It is a really big deal. And it's funny, you mentioned all the big names. I
Yeah.
was reading that like 24 of the top 25 food retailers in the world,
Oh, wow.
according to Supermarket News, use SAP.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So that just gives you an idea. And, we're specifically looking at SAP S4HANA Retail for merchandise management and SAP C.
Right.
And those sound like, really complicated terms, but really we're just talking about managing all those products that a retailer sells.
Yeah. It's really about managing every aspect of merchandise, right?
Right.
From the moment it comes in to when it gets sold.
Exactly. And we'll also touch on SAP Fiore, which is basically like SAP's friendly face,
Yeah.
It makes it really easy to use on any device.
Yeah, it's that modern look and feel everyone wants these days, right?
Exactly. So, like, when we think about the big picture, what are some of the key areas that SAP Retail handles for a business?
Well, you've got your core functions like financial accounting, so, keeping track of all the money,
Right. The money stuff.
human resources, how
Yeah.
you manage your employees.
Got to keep the employees happy.
Exactly. Then you've got CRM, which is all about building those relationships with your customers.
So important.
Super important. And of course, you've got sales and distribution, actually getting those products out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the logistics behind it, getting stuff from A to B.
Yeah, because that can be a whole world of, like, a nightmare in itself.
Oh, a total nightmare. Warehouse management, material management, the whole supply chain,
Yeah.
And then business intelligence, which is about taking all that data and making sense of it.
So it's really like a total package. It's not just a bunch of separate things.
Exactly. It's all integrated. And that's what's so powerful about it.
And it sounds like they've got like these proven processes that can be applied to any type of retailer.
Yeah. They've got best practices for all sorts of businesses, whether you're a tiny boutique, a massive supermarket chain, or even an online store. Doesn't matter.
So if you're like, a small business just getting started or even a larger one, SCI has like a blueprint of how to run your core functions.
Exactly. And because it's all connected, you get this end-to-end visibility that's just incredible.
So that means like you can trace everything back.
Imagine being able to trace every single dollar back to the exact sale it came from. It's powerful stuff.
Oh, wow. That is powerful. And like thinking about the folks who decide what products to sell and how to price them, what about things like promotions and inventory management?
So that's where assortment and merchandising come in. Think about it like this. You need tools to decide what to sell, where to put it on your shelves, how much to charge, and when to run promotions.
So it's like a lot of strategy there too.
Oh, tons of strategy.
Yeah.
It's not just about having the stuff. It's about managing it in a way that actually makes money around.
Right.
And of course, you need to know what's selling, what's not, what you have in stock, what you need to order more of.
And you need that information quickly.
Exactly. Real-time reporting is key. SAP gives you that. You can see your margins, your revenue, your stock levels, all of that in real time.
That's crucial, especially with, the way people shop today.
Oh, yeah, it's omnichannel everything now. People expect to be able to buy online, pick up in-store, return wherever they want, right?
Right.
And SAP helps manage all of that by giving you that real-time visibility. Can someone get this product at this store? What's the best way to get it to them?
So like if I buy something online, will it be in stock at the store when I go to pick it up?
Exactly. It's about giving customers a seamless experience across all channels. And for the retailer, it's about having one view of all those sales, whether they happen online or in a physical store.
And all of this is based on something called master data.
Right. Master data is basically the DNA of your retail operation. It's all the essential info about your products, your suppliers, your pricing, your purchasing, and sales conditions.
So everything has to be consistent and accurate.
It's the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
If your master data is a mess, your whole system is going to be a mess.
Now, you mentioned SAP Fiori earlier. You said it's like the easier to use version.
Yeah, it's all about user experience. It's designed to be intuitive and simple.
So how does it do that?
Well, first of all, it's designed to be task-oriented. So instead of wading through complicated menus, you see what you need to do right away.
Oh, okay.
It's also adaptable. You can use it on your computer, your tablet, your phone, whatever. It looks and feels the same everywhere.
So it's like you don't have to learn a whole new system every time you switch devices.
Exactly. And then there's the Fiori Launchpad. Think of it like your home screen. It's got these customizable tiles for all the different functions you use regularly and a really powerful search function so you can find anything you need quickly.
So it sounds like it takes the headache out of using SAP.
Definitely. And then, we have SAP S4 Enter.
Right. You mentioned that earlier. What is that?
It's basically the next generation of SAP. Think of it as like an upgrade, but a big one.
Okay. So like new and improved.
Exactly. It's designed to be simpler, more efficient, and even more user-friendly.
I like user-friendly.
Everybody likes user-friendly. Most of the functionalities are the same, but it's streamlined, it's faster, it takes advantage of the latest technologies.
So like give me a real-world example of how all of this comes together.
Okay, let's say you're a category manager. Your job is to make sure a certain category of products, let's say, I don't know, coffee, is profitable.
Okay, coffee. Everybody drinks coffee.
Right, exactly. So you have to decide what types of coffee to offer, how to display them, how to price them, make sure they're always in stock, all of that.
And like a supplier might come to you and say, hey, we have 10 new kinds of coffee packaging.
Exactly. And you have to decide, okay, do we list these new packages? Do we replace the old ones? Do we introduce them alongside? What's the unit of measure? How much shelf space will they take up? Do we have enough room in the warehouse?
What about like the inventory impact?
Huge impact. What about the potential profit margin on these new packages? What are the sales forecasts? All those things are interconnected, and SAP helps you manage all of that complexity.
So it really is about like painting a complete picture of how the whole business is doing.
Yes, SAP Retail, and
Yeah.
especially S4HANA with the Fiori interface,
Yeah.
it's a really powerful way for retailers to manage their operations, see what's working, what's not, and make better decisions.
And get ahead of the game.
Exactly. In retail, you have to be able to adapt quickly, and SAP gives you the tools to do that.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's our deep dive into the world of SAP Retail. It really is a fascinating system and super important in today's retail landscape.
It's definitely worth exploring if you're in the retail business.
Absolutely. And here's something to think about. With all the challenges retailers are facing today, how can a system like SAP not just help you manage, but actually help your business thrive? Thanks for joining us today on the Deep Dive. All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into SAP Retail. It's kind of like, if you think about it, the brains behind how a retail company works. It connects everything from managing the money to making sure the products get where they need to be.
Yeah, exactly. You think about all the big names out there in retail, a lot of them are using SAP. I mean, it's that important. It's like a huge deal.
It is a really big deal. And it's funny, you mentioned all the big names. I was reading that like 24 of the top 25 food retailers in the world,
Oh, wow.
according to Supermarket News, use SAP.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So that just gives you an idea. And, we're specifically looking at SAP S4HANA Retail for merchandise management and SAP C.
Right.
And those sound like, really complicated terms, but really we're just talking about managing all those products that a retailer sells.
Yeah. It's really about managing every aspect of merchandise, right?
Yeah.
From the moment it comes in to when it gets sold.
Exactly. And we'll also touch on SAP Fiori, which is basically like SAP's friendly face,
Yeah.
It makes it really easy to use on any device.
Yeah, it's that modern look and feel everyone